Hello everybody and welcome back to Automation, the car company tycoon game, and later on in the video, beamng.drive. However, for right now, we are still in ChatGPT. And now, I've made 2 videos already on ChatGPT generating random cars and us building them, which was great fun. However, I decided to do something new again, and that is why ChatGPT's basically set a bunch of rules. Yeah, ChatGPT has also now made a car following those rules, and we're also going to make a car following those rules, and then they're basically just going to compete against each other, so that's going to be great fun. Anyways, as usual, the entire conversation, everything like that, is going to be down in the description below, also so that you can do this as well. The everything you need, so the rules basically set for this challenge will also be in the description, so you can see if you can make a better car than maybe both of us. Anyways, basically, the chassis type is going to be monocoque. It's going to be carbon fiber. It's going to be a 3.0 liter inline 6 with 400 horsepower in both vehicles. They are going to be different engines, however, both 3-liter inline 6s with just about 400 horsepower. Suspension types are both going to be double wishbone. Yeah, engine placement is going to be front engine, rear wheel drive. Well, rear wheel drive, I didn't even ask it that. It just told me for some reason. So we can decide on our own if it's going to be rear wheel drive or all wheel drive. It's going to be 60 to 80 grand. That's, what the price is going to be. Yeah, it's going to be a sedan. Yeah, an 8-speed automatic. Those are basically the rules, and for the rest, we get to decide. So basically, ChatGPT is making a car, and we're making a competitor to it. Yeah, here I once again asked ChatGPT everything for the car. So ChatGPT is making the Manta GT6 Premium. Premium, it says that down here. Yeah. Basically, I've got all the information we need for that, so we're going to build that one first in automation. Car model year is 2018, and I should probably start it with welcome to automation, everyone. So let's get right in. Yeah, the first part is for both vehicles going to be the same. That's why you won't see any names up here yet. Yeah. Panel material, carbon fiber, monocoque chassis. Yep, we wanted glued aluminum chassis material. It's going to be a front longitudinal engine because, of course, well, we probably want rear-wheel drive, so front longitudinal, yeah, and then double wishbone front and rear suspension. Here we are with ChatGPT's car, the Manta GT6 Premium. Obviously, this is all fine, all the same, and we're gonna start creating a new engine for this. I've just finished the entire Manta GT6 Premium. And, well, not the design yet. I'll time-lapse that right after this clip. But, I've finished the engine. I've done everything ChatGPT wanted me to do. Well, almost everything. It revs kind of into a wall, and, well, that's because ChatGPT wanted it to rev to 7,500. Yeah, and so I basically tried my very best to make it 400 horsepower, which it is exactly, which means, well, I prioritized making it 400 horsepower over doing everything exactly as ChatGPT told me. So a few things are slightly off, but that's absolutely fine. You can look at the configuration and stuff here. Costs just under 3 grand. Personally, I like this engine quite a lot. It's pretty good. And we'll see how it competes against mine later. Also, I know I'm going through this all really fast, and I promise that I'll take much more time and care doing my own car, but it's just like, you guys can read all this in the description, and otherwise this video is going to take 2 hours. Yeah. So basically, here's the body we're using. The design, as I said, right after this clip. It's got a top speed of 305 actually. There we go. That's a bit better. 0 to 100 in 5.0 seconds, according to automation. So we obviously don't know. Maybe we want to tweak this a little bit. Do we? Wrong way. Or not. 5.2. Seems like 50 was right at the sweet spot then. Huh. That's a 5.1, and that's... oh, 4.9. Oh my god. Probably didn't change much, right? You can see all that. Here's the tires, radial medium compound tires, 245s in the front, 275s in the back with alloy rims. As for the brakes, we got 6 caliper vented discs, 345s in the front and 315s in the rear. Brake pad type is, I've just been able to leave that at 50, which is fine. Semi-clad under tray right there, which I'm pretty happy with. As you know, it had to be, according to the rules. This is a 4-seater, and ChatGPT wanted a premium interior with a luxury heads-up display, which is what I gave this. We've got electric power steering, traction control and ABS, advanced 10 safety with 1 bump of quality. We've got progressive springs, adaptive dampers, and semi-active sway bars, and it sits 277 millimeters off the ground. That's basically it. It is 79,200, which is 800 off from above budget. At first, I almost felt like it was, how'd you call it? I thought it was cheap. I did like 2 things, and then it costed 130 grand all of a sudden. So, yeah, I kind of, had to change some of that back. Anyways, it's looking really, really nice. You can check out, of course, all the other, stats there as well, right? Basically, better designed right now, and of course we'll have to see how it goes up against my own one. I'm just checking the mileage on this now. That's 11.7 liters per 100 kilometers. Now that's actually really good, I think. 20 miles per gallon. You know what? Not necessarily as good as I thought, but to be honest, I think that's pretty respectable, especially for, of course, an automation vehicle. Anyways, let's start designing this. I hope you guys enjoyed the time lapse. We'll compare these two once they're both done. Anyways, this is the Apex Exo GT. That's gonna be mine, you know. So we'll create a new engine, and this is obviously gonna have to be an inline 6. Yeah, we're gonna go for cast iron. ChatGPT had a aluminium block material. Dual overhead cam 4. Yeah, that seems pretty nice to me. We will get an aluminium head though. Probably forged steel here. Maybe lightweight forged. Harmonic damper, obviously. Right, I'll touch all this after. The one that ChatGPT had actually had VVT, all cams. And I'll see if we also get that. They're both naturally aspirated. We're just gonna go for a direct injection per cylinder, and we'll take a race intake manifold, because why not? They're gonna run on premium fuel. I feel like it's fair just to make that the exact same for both vehicles. Makes sense. Tubular mid feels logical to me. You go for a high flow 3-way catalytic converter with baffled and reverse flow over here. You want to increase the exhaust side drastically, and then basically just tune out this engine. Here's the engine. So we 400.1 horsepower, good enough for me. You know, as I said, we'll compare them later. You can take a look at all this stuff here. Mine is significantly cheaper, which is something I really try to do. I basically try to make it as cheap as possible, kinda, sort of, you know, try to make it cheap, right? Which is of course probably something you want, whilst also keeping it, you know, good and revving high. It revs significantly higher as well. We rev to I think 92, right? Yeah, 92. Anyways, I wanted to actually have some fun, and I wanted to make mine the convertible version. And to people who are going to say that that's not in the rules or something, I genuinely do not care, because they're basically in their own rules. And why would it not be in the rules? I don't even know. Why? I don't even know if you guys are going to say it's not in the rules. I think it's fun, and it's basically actually just a disadvantage. But I like it. Mine's going to be convertible. Design that after. I am going to make mine all-wheel drive, though. So it is going to be an automatic 8-speed, just like the other one. Top speed is currently 327. As for the spacing, 55 was the best on the other one, so I guess I'll see where that gets us. Electric LSD seems fine for right now. Although actually, we could just throw in a viscous LSD. Yeah, I think I'll do that actually. Go radial tires, medium compound, 245s and 245s, I think, is probably fair. Maybe 18-inch rims. Nah, that feels a bit small. 75s and 19-inch. Yeah, that looks pretty reasonable to me. We'll go for the actually whoa, that's a big jump in expensiveness. We're gonna get alloy rims. I did not notice that. Wow. We are gonna get carbon ceramic brakes, unless is there that much of a difference in cost? I'm not exactly sure. I'll have to see. Otherwise, maybe like, well, probably 2 piston carbon ceramic brakes, and then we can make these quite big. Something like that, I reckon. Fully clad under tray. We will have that. Cooling airflow. Well, I'll leave that as it is. So it's going to be an automatic soft top, obviously. 4-seater. Yes, these are reduced size seats, but I guess that kind of compensates for the fact that this is a convertible. The interior, we're actually going to go for a sport interior and for a premium HUD. Steering, electric variable, traction aids, ESC, and launch control. We'll get maybe just standard 10 safety, actually. As for the springs, they're going to be progressive, adaptive, and active sway bars. We got right here. There we go. So how much do we cost right now? 58,500. That's almost, that's actually below budget. But you know, that's fine. We'll just increase all that, you know, all these sliders and some things, and I'm sure we'll get to what we need to cost. I feel like making these 255s actually. That feels a bit better. Put that up to what we cost now. Dude, nowhere near it. Actually, do we want to be increasing quality on safety? Probably not. Do we weigh a lot? We don't weigh a lot at all. At all. This thing is incredibly light. Wow. So I'm probably going to want to put a wing on this then. I think. Yeah, I think I'm going to put a wing on that. Just going to put a bit more weight towards the rear actually. That's 64,300. Do we got brake fade or something? Dampers are hard. What happens if I change this to vented discs? Is that like a lot of difference? It is actually quite a lot, so I can make these maybe just 6 caliper vented discs. How does it like that? We don't have any brake fade, so that's fine. We can decrease that to like 90, and then this to 50. Whoa. Wait, can we just have these as 4 brake pistons? Then they start showing slight brake fade. So, you know what? We'll do 6. Yeah, that's a bit low, like over exaggeratedly low. 36 on that, maybe actually 40, and then 85 there. Very nice. We should almost be there now. Maybe a touch of quality there. You're gonna want to put a sport preset on that. We want to lower it a bit more. Just a touch like that. So the drivetrain might as well pop like 5 quality into that. 66,500. Yep. Put like 5 quality into that, dude. Come on, I want to get there almost. Oh, the 79,500. You know what? Is there one other thing? Yep. Yeah, 79,900. Definitely not over budget. At all, really. 12.2 liters. So we actually got better fuel economy. Not that fuel economy really matters that much. Oh, actually, no. We have worse fuel economy. Not by that much though. We get like 17.5 mpg off the top of my head. Yeah, anyways, basically, I'm designing this now. Here we have my competitor. This is the Apex EXO GT, and with this vehicle, we're going to try and compete against whatever ChatGPT's made. Now, obviously, I've kind of made them both, but oh well. Let's go over the design of these two, and then we'll compare them in beamng a little bit, and then we'll obviously race them and test them against each other in automation. So, basically for this design, I've gone sort of for a top front grille over here with the headlights, and then a pretty large secondary front grille with 3 different grills inside of it. I've gone for very different rims. We've got a side vent over here. This one is obviously a convertible, however, it does have reduced size seats in the rear and not full size. And yeah, we basically got a wing on the, bit of a spoiler slash wing on the back. The other one had a tiny spoiler too. And we've got a pretty nice rear light design right over here and a rear splitter as well with fake exhausts. Anyways, you know, we can quickly maybe take a look at the light design. So these are the brake lights over here. As you see, we do have a third brake light up there. We've got the tail lights, which are these, and then they mix like this, right? We've got the blinkers right there, and the reverse lights, which are right in there. I can leave on the blinkers because we got blinkers in the front as well, obviously. In the front, the blinkers go across down like that. And we've just got some regular headlights as well, of course, and secondary ones down in the bottom. Anyways, let's compare these two vehicles, shall we? So, we can head right over here, and then let's basically just compare a few things, I guess. You know, we'll actually head here first. So this one is 400.1 horsepower, and the other one is 400 horsepower. Now, the idea was 400 horsepower, so you know what, we'll go to the fuel system, and we'll, wow, it's 100? I forgot I did that. It's, whoa, oh wow, that reduced it by a lot, okay. Put it on 99, that's 400.0, okay, perfect. They both have exactly 400.0 horsepower. This one costs $97,800, and the other one costs $97,900. My Apex EXO GT gets 12 liters per 100 kilometers, and the other one gets 10.7 liters per 100 kilometers. In miles per gallon, that is, mine gets 19 miles per gallon, and the other one, which name I'm forgetting, oh, the Manta GT6 gets 23 miles per gallon. So the fuel economy is pretty significantly better. Anyways, we can take a look at some other stuff as well, probably. Oh, here, they're both, this one is actually a 2-door, right over here. The other one is a 4-door. Yeah, then also, this one revs to 8,900 RPM. The Manta GT6 revs to 7,500 RPM. This one has 2 full-size, 2 reduced-size seats. The Manta GT6 has 4 full-size seats. However, this one's a convertible, and the Manta GT6 is not. This one weighs 1,295 kilograms, which is, you know, just about maybe 2,800 pounds, and the Manta GT6 weighs 1,400 kilograms, which is, out of the top of my head, 3,100 pounds. Yeah, for the rest, the engines are kind of similar because they both basically just had to be, they both had to be inline 6, naturally aspirated, both the exact same displacement, made sure of that. Anyways, this one's all-wheel drive, the Manta GT6 is rear-wheel drive, and, you know, I think that basically, just sums it up quite well. So now basically what's left to do is, take these over into beamng and then compare them to one another. Here we are in beamng with the two cars next to each other. I'll put them a bit closer to each other probably. There we go. That way you guys can see it a bit better. Wrong buttons. All the wrong buttons. Okay. Basically, they're next to each other right here. The blue one is the one beaming is the one that ChatGPT thought of, and this red one is the one I thought of. First off, which design do you like more? Let me know that down in the comments. And now we're obviously going to be testing out both of these. They both have basically the same engine, some slight differences though. 400 exactly horsepower, basically NA inline 6. Yeah, let's start off with mine. This one's the one that actually makes noise. You can, I'll rev it a bit. There you go. You can hear it. The one ChatGPT made makes zero noise, and I've got no idea why it is. But we can just take this one for a quick drive here. And yeah, it's pretty good. It's quite fast. So yeah, and it handles quite well. Brakes could be better. But for the most part, I definitely like this car a lot. It's a convertible, of course. It's just a little bit lighter than the other one. But oh well, yeah, we can just turn this around. Let's go over there. I believe this one also actually sits a little bit closer to the ground. It has slightly smaller wheels too. So yeah, basically that. And I think it might actually be a tiny bit faster. However, once we've taken both of these for a test drive, we'll take them to the drag strip and do a full 0 to 60 and a drag race test, or quarter-mile test, whatever. So yeah, now you've kind of gotten to see how this one drives, and now we'll go with the other one as well. There you go. So yeah, tires definitely also feel quite sticky on this one. Doesn't really drift well. You can try, but it doesn't really want to let go off the surface, which I guess is generally a good thing, right? It also has all-wheel drive, which probably explains that largely. But oh well. There we go. Parked it nice and close. Let's move on over to the one ChatGPT made. I can rev it, and I guarantee you won't hear a thing, apart from the immense amount of backfire this thing has. But yeah, basically that. We can start it up right here, and as you can see, it's gonna drive right away. Personally, I think it handles a bit better. The tires are, I believe they're wider. However, it seems to stick less nicely to the ground. It feels like it's got a bit less grip. The brakes are also slightly less good. However, it drives a lot smoother. It drives incredibly smooth. You can see that right here. And well, basically the lack of, I guess, feel of grip or traction is probably just because of the fact that it's rear-wheel drive. Yeah. It's, as I said, sits a bit higher off the ground, which means that the suspension travel is also a bit further, which is definitely nice. So yeah, we can drive this up on back, and you'll see in a second, I'll try and show you guys, that this one can kind of, drift or donut or whatever. Or I can't show you. Well, I'll just put it back here. You can kind of see that here. As you can see it. Oh. They're fine. As you can see, it's a lot it's kind of better at that stuff. However, and the engine is like totally cool with it. Like, it can basically donut, which is quite nice, and we don't even have a locking rear differential. Um, just a pretty good LSD. So yeah, that's kind of cool, right? Anyways, now that we've done these tests on these, let's take them to the drag strip. So we'll start off with the Monta GT6, which is obviously the one that ChatGPT thought of. We can start right off here, and as you can see, it's gonna drive quite nicely. The gear shifts are pretty terrible. That's not my fault. It's an automatic. It's basically because of really low throttle response, and that's a 12.776. And you know what? For an 80,000 car, that's not made for it. It's basically a luxury sedan. I'm pretty okay with that. And let's get rid of the menu. Now that we have done that, we can test mine and see if I'm better than ChatGPT. Here we are with my Apex Exo GT, I think it's called. We have basically the same problem as the as the Monta GT6. We've got extremely low ignition timing, stuff like that. So, it's not. Oh, it is quite a lot better though. Wow, better by a lot. I did kind of expect it to be better. I already thought I kind of felt that, but I didn't expect it to be a difference of that much. Obviously, we are a bit lighter, and I think we have a bit more downforce as well. However, the handling on this one it feels worse, even though we are all-wheel drive. And that's kind of the thing with ChatGPT. ChatGPT does things. Yeah, I've made quite a few cars with it now, and it's never once suggested to me that I should make a car all-wheel drive. It's always just gone straight for rear-wheel drive, even though that doesn't necessarily make sense in many vehicles, especially stuff like this, but that's fine. And also, if you ask ChatGPT to make you a car and then you ask for the engine type, 9 times out of 10, it's going to literally give you it's going to give you a twin turbo V8. That's what it's going to give you. So yeah, but oh well. I guess we'll move on to the 0 to 60 now. And since we already have this car, we might as well, right? So we can stop it right there. Make sure we're standing still, and then there we go. Again with this extremely stupid shifting. That's a 4.54 there. Let's turn that off, and then go sports mode, see if that makes a difference. 4.53, so basically not any better. Yeah, basically kind of stupid, but oh well. Let's test the ChatGPT one. Oh my god. Oh yeah, so yeah, I forgot that you guys really cannot hear this. So let me drive right here and then like put up the volume a ton to see if you guys can listen to this. I'm not sure if you heard anything just then. I am going to turn up the volume in editing. But basically, I turned up the volume for myself a lot, and it basically just sounds like an EV almost. And then you get deafened by the backfire, which does actually make a sound. So yeah. Now we can do a 0 to 60 on this thing as well, I guess. And I think it's probably just going to be a little bit slower than the other one, and we're going sideways. That was a very bad test. Let's just go back. Oh, it's jumping. Okay. Also, the reason why the engines are basically um, so bad, kind of, is because it was actually really hard for me to make an uh, well, it was harder than I thought for me to make a like 4 liter. Was it a 4 liter? I'm not sure if it's a 4 liter. Um, Wait, can you see that here? If you go here and then look at the information of the vehicle, does it say performance right here? Yeah, it does actually. Um, let's see. Oh, it doesn't say if it's what engine it is, but basically it was really hard to make an inline six with that much power. So I kind of had to do some things I didn't necessarily want to do. But oh well, we can go on to the 0 to 60 test. Oh, come on. Stand still. There we go. Go. There we go. Wait for it to shift terribly for us. And that's a 5.34, which, you know, is worse. However, I do actually prefer driving this car. Whoa, I'm not sure what that camera angle is, but oh well. Okay, so my car, the Apex EXO GT, basically kind of won from the Manta GT6, I guess, which is why we'll just only race this one on the racetrack. Otherwise, this video is gonna take forever, anyways, and it's probably already taking quite long. Anyways, basically, yeah, that's that, I guess. Now, it would turn out kind of weird. Kind of thought it would turn out better. Definitely was fun though. Let me know what you think of this. Let me know if you can build a better vehicle according to the specifications that were made by ChatGPT. You know, following the rules, the inline six, that stuff. If you can, then please let me know via Discord. You can also actually download both of these cars, see if you can make them any better through Discord as well. There's the link to my Discord in the description. You know, on my Discord, I've got every link to every car I've ever built and made a video on for YouTube. So if you want to check that out, then go ahead and do so, of course. Anyways, I guess I kind of won here, but I'm definitely willing to do this again, but then with different rules or stuff like that. I'm hitting a 260 here, not a 270. So here we go. We're just gonna race the Apex EXO GT on the automation test track. I'm not gonna race the Manta GT6 because we kind of won from it. So I guess that we won? Question mark. However, do definitely let me know what you think of this, and also let me know maybe via Discord or just in the comments if you can make a better vehicle following the same set of rules I had to follow and that ChatGPT followed. That would be really cool if you could. I'd definitely love to see that. Also, through Discord, you can download both of these cars, as well as basically every other car I've ever made a video on this channel. All available for download there, so that's pretty cool. Anyways, turned out kind of weird, because it was actually harder than I thought to do this. But, definitely was fun though, and maybe the next one will be even better. I'm definitely willing to do this challenge again if this video does decently, but then just with different specifications, maybe building a truck, or maybe building a supercar even, or, you know, something like that. Different specifications, different rules. Let me know what you think down in the comments, of course. Anyways, just racing this car here and braking very late. We are fine though. It's not like something that can stop us. We're gonna just continue because we're obviously fine. We're not looking at the front, so we can so we don't see the damage at the front, so we can just assume that there isn't any damage out front, right? I drove through a wall with our mirror, and now the mirror's disappeared. Kind of cool. But yeah, this is gonna be not actually a bad time even, I reckon. So here we go. We can just make this last turn. And then off camera, I guess as a last challenge, I'll also race the Manta GT6 to see what that can do. So somehow we actually got a better time. Now, to be fair, I didn't crash this, but I guess that still is then a partial W for the Manta GT6 Premium. Anyways, with that done, I'm happy I did that. Not all bad news for ChatGPT then. But yeah, we'll see. If you have any video suggestions or videos you'd like to see, make sure to leave those down in the comments, of course. And basically, that's that. Thank you ever so much for watching, and I hope to see you again in the next one. Bye-bye.